Miren quién llegó.
El idiota número 1 de la radio.
Adiós, pa'l pueblo.
El show de Luis Jiménez. The Luis Jiménez Show.
A comer pastel, a comer lechón, arroz con gandules y a beber ron. Que venga morcilla, venga de todo.
Y que se chave todo, olvidemos todo.
Señores, estamos aquí con el chef Derek Lopez. And I love el nombre, el stage name, The Freaking Rican. Chef, welcome.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Estábamos hablando de un montón de cosas. Mainly we were talking about me, and how humble I am. No, we're talking about how you can learn anything on YouTube now. Y tú eres uno de los maestros en YouTube. You teach how to cook Puerto Rican food.
Yeah. That's I started doing that in 2014.
Yeah.
Once we started the company, the Freaking Rican.
Yeah.
So we basically started doing street festivals in New York City. And then I said, you know what? I want to be able to teach people how to make everything that we sell, Because
I always wonder, what's the motivation of a professional chef like you?
De compartir tu receta, ¿verdad?
It's not that easy. I mean, people think it looks easy, but, you actually have to plan what you're going to do and then, set up the camera and then teach people how to make it.
I mean, for me, I feel it's a lot easier than, I don't really plan. I just wake up and say,
cool.
Okay, today I'm going to do whatever it is if I have the time. Now,
Claro.
since we have the restaurant, we don't really have that much time to do the YouTube videos. But I think what's nice about it is that sometimes maybe some people may not be able to afford to eat out or maybe go to a festival. So at least I'm not going to lose out on that customer in a sense because maybe you don't have the money, but maybe you have a computer at home where you can learn how to do it on your own and cook for your family.
And it builds your brand also.
Right. I mean, I just like giving back. When I was a kid, that was having my mom always making arroz con gandules, chuleta. Like, she didn't work, but she always had.
Siempre había comida en tu casa para que llegara, right?
Always.
Sí, abuela.
Mommy always cooked.
Entonces es una cosa bien latina de que en mi casa, por ejemplo, siempre se ponía un puesto de más para que el que llegara, ahí había comida.
I was just talking to you how abuela, everything she ate or we ate when we were there came from the land.
Right.
Like she would wake up at 6 in the morning to start putting almuerzo together. And el almuerzo era el mismo every day. I mean, she would boil legumbres like, ñame, yautía, toda esa cosa. Y la carne era lo que cambiaba. It would be chuleta of the pork they killed yesterday. O pollo frito de la gallina que mataron por la mañana. And I lived that. I was telling him, I went with abuela to the river, que cuando ella estaba lavando las tripas de puerco and all that stuff.
Right,
so it was like,
Right, eso ya casi no se encuentra.
No, of course not.
Ya casi la gente ni cocina.
Yeah.
So I'm just, I'm prideful. I'm prideful of what I do because we've had so many people sometimes write comments and say, look, now I know how to do this. I'm cooking for my family. Men that really, I don't know, since I grew up with mommy always cooking, I wasn't really used to a man cooking. So I get all these comments from men saying, thank you. I just, my wife loves this or my kids. So it's rewarding.
Yeah,
it's not something that I'm selling. It's something that I'm giving to people for free.
Yeah.
And in return, they make me feel good because I'm helping them.
Yeah, that's nice.
So that's really how we really started, the brand.
Well, it's funny because I consider a chef also an artist, and artists enjoy the applause.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
sometimes you need a business person to actually help you make money because you're just happy doing it.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, that I never had a problem with that. Thankfully, I don't know. Everything just with the brand has happened really organically.
So you started in 2014 doing the YouTube videos. ¿Y cuándo pudiste entonces finally get your restaurant?
Well, it was a long journey.
I bet.
It was a really long journey. First, before the YouTube, I had a restaurant. It was actually called Mi Isla. It was in Glendale, Queens.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my first experience in being an owner.
Yeah.
And for some reason I had a different perception on ownership. I wasn't so knowledgeable as I am now.
Really?
And we made money.
I'm sorry, can I explore what was it that qué fue lo que aprendiste from that experience?
Tanto.
Qué diferente ahora.
I mean, pues ahora tengo 40 años. Tenía en ese tiempo, yo creo que tenía como, no sé, unos 34. Y,
You're talking like it's 20 years ago. Huh?
I mean, it really
feels like that.
Yeah, because it's been such a journey and it's been so much hard work that I just didn't have experience. You know, I thought it was all about, you know, making alcapurrias and pasteles and just selling it. And I know that, you know, people would come because there's a lack of Puerto Rican restaurants.
I would think the same thing.
And people did come, but since I grew up in the Bronx y tú vas a los cuchifritos y siempre los pastelillos eran $1, una alcapurria unos 50. So yo pensé que eso eran como los precios. Like, this is what I had to give. And I did. And so we would be really busy. But then when you pay your staff and you pay the rent and you pay
nothing left,
so many other bills,
the overhead,
you're like left with very little to save.
I hear you.
And then cuando el negocio coge como esta temporada que it's like a slower, you know,
Sí, claro,
it gets slower, you have to pull out of your reserve to pay everything. And I didn't have that reserve.
Wow.
So we lasted 7 months and I lost everything.
Sí, porque tú abriste un restaurante, but at the same, tú querías competir con los mismos precios que tenía el cuchifrito with a nicer place, with a, you know.
Yeah, so it obviously we didn't survive. I lost everything.
So how do you get over that? How do you know, cómo tú sigues haciendo?
Drinking.
No, pero ahora, por ejemplo, like, right, how can you be more successful now? What's the formula?
Well, now, I think todo en la vida pasa por algo, you know. Yo creo que uno como ser humano tiene que poner un pie adelante y todo pasa por algo. So, eso tuvo que pasar para yo coger como un poco de ese, como digo, de ese gusto.
Yeah.
Of having the business, of interacting with people, that made me feel this is really what I wanted to do. I was devastated. Yes, I got drunk a couple nights at home, you know, safely, because I had to get over it. Because, of course, you know, you put money into it, you put your heart, and then you lose it all. It's tough, but I knew that I wanted to jump right back into it. And so I did.
Sometimes it's hard to understand el concepto de que failure is part of success.
Right. If you get back up. And some people, I mean, everyone is built different. Some people just fall down and they feel sorry for themselves and they never get up. I'm not that person.
Claro.
So I've always been a makeup artist first.
See?
So I did makeup for many
before?
years.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
I worked in Bergdorf Goodman, Harry Bendels. I was
de maquillaje.
yeah, very different. Very different. But it paid well. Ever since I was 21, I worked for companies like Chanel, Polidorf, Laura Mercier.
So you kind of follow that because estaba haciendo dinero.
The
it
money
wasn't
was
your passion.
Well, no, it is
it
my
was?
passion. That's I feel like the second phase of my life. I want to do a makeup company. I want to do like a Latin brand.
Oh,
yeah,
awesome.
yeah, I do.
That's cool.
So that is. I already have the name. I have the domain, but it's just the restaurant right now is it
Tell me
takes
about-
so much of my time.
Tell me about esa parte, o sea, ¿cómo es tu vida? How's your day like when you have a restaurant?
My day is sometimes hectic.
Yeah.
I wake up, I have a cup of coffee. I always have to have my coffee.
Yeah, claro. To start.
Yeah. And I take a shower, I go to a restaurant. Sometimes I do groceries. Sometimes you go to the restaurant, someone calls out, someone doesn't show up. Restaurant business, I feel, is a really hard business.
Sacrificado.
Yeah. Lots of hours, especially when we started. We've been open now a year and 3 months.
Wow.
For about maybe
¿Cómo se llama el restaurante?
the Freakin' Rican restaurant in
All right.
Astoria, Queens.
I love the name.
Yeah. I love the name too. Everyone loves the name. How could you forget it? You
Right,
know?
the Freakin'
It's-
Rican.
Right. It's like what the
Mira,
hell?
fui a comer ahí el freaking.
Yeah,
that's the
yeah.
name.
The funniest is my mom, because my mom is like, mi mamá pues no habla tan buen el inglés, y ella dice, ay, freaking Rican.
Fui al fucking Rican.
Yes, it's just, yeah. Some people actually feel very like they don't even like. Some people don't like to say the name, like old school, because freaking, yeah.
The effing
They're like,
Rican.
some people don't feel comfortable saying it, you know.
Which is worse. If I call you the effing Rican, it's worse.
Right. But it's just it's a name that you hear it once and it kind of it just stays with you. You know?
But you know,
Yeah.
I could see how una persona blanca may be afraid of saying freaking
Yeah.
Rican. I'm
Actually,
not insulting you.
Actually, los blanquito are the first ones that, oh my God, like, cool name. I love the name.
Yeah, the effing Rican does.
Yeah. No, thank God is really worked for us. But like I said, it's been a long journey.
¿Tuviste que hacer algún cambio en los condimentos o algo to appeal to another audience? Or?
Not really. What we did change was not using like sazon. Trying to stay away from that. Trying to stay away from the MSG.
Con el sazón, tú dices como sazón.
Sazon, I mean, pretty much every sazon, that's the condiment que uno usa, the first ingredient is MSG. So MSG gives you, it tricks the brain to have this sensation that what they're eating is like, wow, oh my God, this tastes so delicious. And it's actually addictive. Like, I mean, I hate to say it, but, you know, I mean, not just Chinese restaurants, a lot of restaurants. I go shop at Restaurant Depot and I see Latin restaurants buying like a huge barrel of MSG.
Wait, but is that a flavor thing or a textural thing or what is it?
I don't think it has flavor. I think it just it's a chemical. So you put it into the food y tú puedes tener una comida que está podrida. Tú le pones MSG and it just tricks it's like, wow, this is so good. Yeah. It just makes things taste so, it just tricks the brain.
It's a flavor enhancer.
Enhancer. Wow.
But it's really not good for you. And
you know, it's funny because I've heard this MSG thing and I never stopped to think what it was.
Like a lot of studies link it to Alzheimer's. And now I feel in our community, at least, I know, I mean, Latin Puerto Ricans, family, Latins in general, a lot of people are suffering from Alzheimer's, you know? So I'm not saying that this is what it is, but this is definitely, this contributes to it because most Latin people that I know usan los cubitos de pollo, los cubitos de carne,
¿Y eso tiene?
sazón, todo eso tiene MSG.
Wow.
All of it.
So la única manera de evitarlo es to get tu ingrediente fresco. Yeah.
Make your own. We make our own adobo. We don't buy any adobo Goya or any other brand. We make our own. We just started making our own sazon. Obviously, fresh sofrito, which we make on a weekly basis.
Do you
even
sell these sazons?
Sofrito. Yeah, now we're looking to sell the sazon just because a lot of people have asked for like an all natural sazon.
Claro.
So now we're going to start working on selling it.
Sí, porque esos son los detalles que le cogen tiempo a uno en la cocina. O sea, digo, cualquiera puede agarrar un pedazo de pollo y tirarlo en el sartén and it's ready in 10 minutes, whatever. Yeah. Pero el sazoncito y echarle las cositas. That's the formula.
Yes, y el sofrito, because, I mean, uno no puede cocinar sin sofrito.
Claro.
That's everything right there.
Now, you became a chef by experience or fuiste...
No, I never went to culinary school. It's something that I'm just passionate about.
Yeah.
You know, I love to eat.
Yeah.
I'm a big foodie. I love to go to all different types of restaurants and try different cuisines. And I just love making people happy.
Claro.
You know, and I think when you cook for someone, you give them so many memories along with that food, especially my food. It's like tú haces un pernil o unos pasteles y la gente, I mean, I've had people cry. Say, oh my God, like, you know, I had this gentleman, I think he was 90 years old. He ordered pasteles because we ship pasteles nationwide, all over the United States.
Cool.
Yeah, so I think...
Is that by special request or that's part of the request?
Yeah.
Or that's part of your business?
Yes, that's part of the business. So we've been doing that since maybe like after the first year. We ship it in special packaging. Of course, in this weather, we don't because it's just too hot.
Oh, okay.
So I think this guy was in California. He was 90 years old, and he called me crying. He hadn't tasted these pasteles since his mother was alive.
Oh,
he's 90 years old. He hadn't tasted a pastel in I think like 30-something years.
His last meal.
You know, so it's so rewarding because...
Memories.
Yeah. Some people...
Yeah, no, y cuando alguien te dice, o sea, you're a young guy, when you hear a 90-year-old guy decirte, you reminded me of my childhood, that's awesome.
Right. So it's I mean... I think my business is not about the money.
Yeah.
It's about the relationships. And then, of course, when you enjoy something, let's say you, for instance, you enjoy what you do. And so that's why you're successful.
Yeah, it's never about the money if you're passionate about something.
Right, because el universo te lo da anyway because you're passionate about it.
You know, tú eres bueno en tu cosa de negocio. I'm not. Pero una cosa que tenemos en común es que si nos dan a escoger entre hacer dinero y sentir la satisfacción de que la gente se divierta o en el caso tuyo que la gente disfrute la comida, you probably choose that.
Right. Well, I definitely choose a mixture, you know, a little 50-50 porque uno también tiene que vivir.
In a perfect world, yeah.
Right. Pero but definitely, I am all about community. I'm all about my people. I think we've been underrepresented for such a long time. I grew up in the Bronx where I felt like every corner was like Starbucks. You had a cuchifrito, a Puerto Rican restaurant everywhere. Now, I'm 40 years old. You barely see Puerto Rican resturants. You see Chinese, you see Colombian, you see Ecuadorian.
Why is that?
Why? I don't know.
Why is, por ejemplo, most restaurantes que son o chino o italiano, is that the cheapest food or something?
I just, you know what? I don't know. I will tell you that I feel like the business, the Puerto Rican business is a little difficult because you make everything from scratch.
Yeah.
I mean, at least for us, alcapurrias for scratch. Los guineos, la masa, los pasteles, las papas rellenas. I mean, we don't buy the box. We make them.
Wow.
You know, so so everything is more in demand. You're not just opening a box and putting that to fry. You're making it.
Yeah, you're right, because ahora que yo, por ejemplo, me pongo a pensar en la comida china, yo creo que es the same. Todos los restaurantes tienen la misma cosa and it tastes the same. Almost the same.
Right.
Y en el caso de la comida latina, it really depends on the chef. El gusto de
It's a lot of labor. It's a lot of labor.
Now, tú tienes tu pareja, where is he? He's from Colombia?
Yeah. He's in bed right now. He couldn't get up.
Coño, pero bueno. los boricuas somos trabajadores y vaina. ¿Qué vamos a hacer? ¿Él cocina también o no?
Sí. Él, pues no cocina como yo, pero... no. Es que todo obvio yo le he enseñado, you know, porque pues él es colombiano y no es una persona que le encanta cocinar. Like,
ahora, una bandeja paisa. ¿Have you had bandeja paisa?
Oh, yeah, I love Colombian food.
Right? Yeah. Pero se parece, pero usted pone a pensar, es arroz, habichuela.
Huevo, yo creo.
Sí, it's kind of very similar
avocado.
to...
Yes. I like to think our food is a little more flavorful. Mm-hmm. You know, like our beans are more flavorful. But yeah, it is very similar.
Es inevitable. Los boricuas tenemos un sazón. ¿Qué vamos a hacer?
Born with it. Exacto. You got that right.
Cállese la boca. Shut up, man. So, ahora ustedes siguen participando en food festivals and stuff like that, right?
Yeah. We basically do, we have the restaurant. The restaurant's open 5 days a week. We still do the festivals. We started out doing about 60 festivals a year within a 6-month period.
Wow.
That's how we started. So we basically did this for about 4 years.
Yeah.
So rewinding a little back, after everything happened with the restaurant, it just so happens that I met my husband about 3 months before everything happened with the first restaurant.
Oh, okay.
So then I just had a dream, and I just woke up and I said, you know what? We're going to do street festivals. So we did that for about 4 years and did the complete opposite. Got together a large audience. We were branding ourselves for 4 years.
Yeah, that's nice.
And then everyone, basically, all of our customers were like, you got to open a place. You got to open a place.
Well, you said branding yourself, including YouTube and all that stuff?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. As a company, you know,
Right.
I from the very beginning, I wanted people to take us serious, you know, so I was always working on ways to brand ourselves, you know, not just to be another restaurant among so many that you just forget their names. I wanted people to know who the freaking Rican is.
Yeah, claro.
You know? And so basically we did that for about 4 years to self-fund the restaurant. We took no loans. We are not in debt.
Congratulations.
We did everything. Working really hard, sweating, crying, but thankfully it's been successful.
That's great. Congratulations,
yeah,
man.
thank you.
You know, right?
No, yeah,
okay.
it's a lot of work. It's not. I can't say it's easy, but nothing good is easy.
¿Alguna vez has comido alguna vaina rara? Like, have you ever adventured into this? ¿Cómo se llama? Bizarre foods.
I mean, we went to Thailand, and he wanted me to eat one of those. I don't know what they give in the street, scorpions or something.
Your sister,
I
right?
I couldn't do it. I didn't do it. Maybe the weirdest is, which is not really weird, cricket.
The cricket.
You know? Yeah.
En México lo ponen dentro de los
Sí, pero you know, even crickets. And listen, una vez I ate una par de hormigas. Hormiga culona, esa que le llaman.
Yeah,
I think it's very popular in Colombia.
Uh-huh.
And I thought it was the most disgusting thing ever. I cannot.
Yeah, I just can't.
I heard people eat this like en el cine instead of popcorn. They eat, you know, hormiga culona.
No.
I was like,
yeah,
that's disgusting.
I just can't.
Pero principalmente mi problema es comer cualquier animal que todavía tiene las tripas adentro. That's my problem. It's like, so when you say Thailand, que la hermana esta fue allá y ella hizo un video comiéndose una araña así, una cosa. Y yo, coño, pero todavía tiene las tripas adentro. What are you doing?
¿Qué tú quieres? ¿Que se la saquen con una pincita?
Yeah.
Uy, no.
That's why I don't eat like this tiny baby shrimp. Because nadie los limpia.
Right. Yeah, no, it's true. It's true. Every time I make shrimp, I like to, porque I mean,
right?
You don't want to eat. I don't know, me da como cosa.
Right, there you go. So no shit in your food is kind of a rule.
Yeah, no, that's about the weirdest. I mean, en Puerto Rico yo creo que hacen pastelillo de iguana.
Sí, la iguana
tampoco me gustó.
La están comiendo ahora mucho en la Florida porque hay una invasión muy grande de iguana.
Many.
So el gobierno está haciendo un llamado o que la maten o que se la coman.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because there are too many.
The only iguana is like, I want to know what's in my food.
Yeah.
So you never had none of that stuff?
No.
Yo viví en Florida mucho tiempo. I didn't even wanted to try the gator nuggets over there. It's like, you know.
Gator nuggets?
Gator nuggets, yeah. It's really popular in Florida.
Oh, wow.
Son de rabo de lagarto.
Pero alligator. Pero
de alligator, sí.
Saben muy gamey.
They say like tastes like, obviously, like chicken and
it
fish a little
taste
bit.
like chicken. It's a little gamey.
Sí, pero is it like como marisco? What is it? You know.
En ese sentido, la textura parece mal chicken.
Yeah.
Pero it's gamey. It doesn't taste like chicken.
Yo le estaba diciendo, I worked in Radisson Plaza in downtown Orlando for a while. And el chef cada rato pedía cosas raras. And so the first time, por ejemplo, que yo vi las ancas de rana, I was impressed by the meat because it's transparent. Like, sí, la carne de rana, tú ves el huesito adentro. It's like really...
Rana, ¿en inglés qué?
Frog.
Oh,
Frog.
Frog legs.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. You've never seen the...
I've seen the leg, but I didn't know people ate that.
Oh, sí.
Ate them.
Es una delicia.
In France, it's like really popular and stuff like that. You know, but listen, I love it that you are pure.
Yeah, no.
You never tried to... Yo me acuerdo una vez yo fui a un restaurante que se llamaba Patria en Park Avenue. The chef was Douglas Rodriguez, I believe was the chef's name. And, y decía pasteles. Entonces yo pedí pasteles, pero it was a fusion restaurant. So what I got was like it looked like a muffin hecho de la masa del pastel con que era como un bizcochito. It wasn't really a pastel. Nunca se te ocurrió tratar do some weird fusion or something?
No, imagínate, no. I keep it old school, traditional, you know? Traditional, authentic, like the way my mom cooked all the time, you know? So
now, una de las cosas que primero, what's your favorite food? Like, you know, as a chef, si cuando tú llegas a tu casa con hambre, cansado, because I understand you know, you've been working for many hours, and you have to cook something. What is it?
What is it?
Because what I've heard most chefs, arroz y un huevo frito arriba.
No, you'd be surprised. I don't know why I love lamb chops.
Oh, I love lamb chops.
Yeah, I love lamb chops. I'll make some lamb chops with some roasted potatoes, red potatoes with a little paprika.
Pero espérate, después de tú estar cocinando el día entero and dealing with a business.
Pero eso es fácil. That's why I like it. You cut up the potatoes, a little paprika, salt, pepper, and blue cheese. You put it in the oven. You season your lamb chops with a little freaking adobo. That's it, un poco de ajo en el pilón. You put the lamb chops right there in the sartén. Eso se cocina solo.
Do you have this on your menu?
No, I don't. But I don't know. It's just the lamb chops when they're like, es como una chuleta, you know?
No, es riquísimo.
Oh my God, I love it.
You know, a lot of people don't like lamb because se tiene que este saborcito adicional, which, by the way, I read that it was a substance called urea. Which is in our urine.
La urea la tenemos todos los animales.
Sí, exacto. Pero que that's why ese es el saborcito especial. Sí. Ameao.
That's funny porque yo yo uso una crema de urea.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow, and we haven't kissed in years.
Excellent.
But it does when you cook it, como le sale como un olor. I'm not really crazy about the smell when you cook it.
Yeah.
So yo siempre abro las ventanas porque obviously you don't want the apartment to smell like that.
How about, you know, my mom used to cook this arenque. Have you?
Arenque, no.
Sí,
¿Qué es eso?
I love arenque.
It's
smoked fish. It's like pero smoked like negrito.
Pero it stinks a lot.
Oh, yeah.
A lot. Like la casa entera te coge una peste.
Eso es bien boricua, el arenque.
Yo creo que, yo creo que ese mi abuela lo hacía.
Cuando mami lo hacía.
Sí era negro. I remember as a kid, sí era negro, pero it was delicious. It was, but I was never around when she cooked it. She always brought it to our house.
Mami,
but it was so delicious.
Lo que tuvo que hacer mi mamá in order to keep cooking that was actually build a little cocina outside the house.
Wow.
Porque si papi llegaba y esa peste a arenque.
En mi casa.
It really is like, the smell is like armpit añejado. I don't know. Like,
Something rotten. It's terrible. En mi casa,
no, not rotten.
La
It's
cocinera perdió el trabajo porque mi papá, porque llegó y había cocinado arenque y mi papá
Yeah.
no soportaba la peste and she lost her job.
Oh
Wow.
my God.
Yeah. It's terrible.
Wow. I see.
Yeah.
Now, if I'm gonna work for you, right? Do you have anything? Por ejemplo, yo voy a tu cocina. Do you have me cook something for you in order to hire me?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
What is that?
I mean, not really cook. I'll tell you to cook one of our dishes.
Yeah.
And see how it comes out.
But it would be my own interpretation, or
No. Actually, we have a recipe book.
Okay.
So I'm not afraid of like YouTube. I mean, we give our recipes, not every single recipe, but in the restaurant, I feel when you deal with so many different employees and sometimes this one stays a month, the other one, I mean, it's like a revolving door, unfortunately, sometimes. So we have a recipe book. So, the recipe's right there. All you got to do is follow it. I guide you a couple times and, I mean, it should come out.
See, because I mean, you're the chef, pero al mismo tiempo you have so many roles, when you have a business.
Yeah.
Y para que la comida sepa igual todo el tiempo.
Exacto. So, pues, obvio, we've gone through a couple people, obviously doing that, como los arroz, las habichuelas. The first maybe like 9 months, I was open to close every single day.
Wow.
So that was that was hard because that was about 14, 15 hours a day. So it was out of this world. Yeah. But it's a new business, so it's a baby, so you have to nurture it and you got to make sure that whoever's cooking el mismo sazón, que sepa igual. So every day, no, this is a little off. Put a little more salt in this, put a little more sofrito in that, and just till it tastes like your food.
Y la gente tiene que entender una cosa interesante. Part of leadership is to be able to teach somebody and delegate, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Eso es parte de ser líder también.
Yeah.
So, la razón que... Okay, cuando tú vas a abrir un restaurante, do you do a market study or is it just purely out of faith?
You know what? Some people actually do a market study. We didn't. What happened was with us.
Puerto Rico desea lo que se joda, olvídate.
No. I mean, when we were looking for a restaurant,
a lo foque.
Yeah, exactly. So when we were looking for a restaurant, we went looking at so many different spaces because ya nosotros estamos rentando un commercial kitchen. So eso era por hora. Y nosotros haciendo los festivales, pues imagínate, haciendo un festival, uno hace 1000 algo de los pastelillos, uno hace como 200, 300 pasteles y alcapurria. And so before you knew it, you were in this commercial kitchen like
pagando
your whole life.
Pagando por hora.
Yeah. So it was very difficult. Y luego uno tenía un espacio que era como, por decir, una what is that, like a 10 by 5 table.
Sí, que eso no es grande
you
suficiente.
had to store your rice and everything. You have to pay like for the shelf. In the walk-in, you had to pay for another shelf. So everything, right. So it was challenging. So we needed a space so bad.
Claro.
Because ya a ese tiempo nosotros estábamos haciendo todo.
Claro.
So branding ourselves, cooking everything, doing that, it was too much.
No hay para dormir.
So, no, yeah. A veces nos quedamos en esa cocina como hasta las 3 de la mañana.
Yeah.
Cocinando. It was very difficult.
But everything cualquier cosa que tiene éxito, it requires that. It requires being a freak about it.
Yeah. And I feel it tests the individual on how much you could take. And I feel, not all the times, but I feel very successful people often break many times because it's tough. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And
I guess it's funny because cuando tú amas algo, empiezas a hacerlo because you like it, and it's not that serious yet. You know, cuando se pone serio es cuando you have to make the money to cover, to keep doing what you're doing. Ahí es que la cosa se pone entonces seria.
Y tú ves, pues para nosotros, pues para mí es como, vamos a decir, a veces un domingo, which is my favorite day because we're closed Mondays and Tuesdays, so it's like, wow, thank God we get to rest. Sometimes I get home, we're exhausted, and my husband's in the room watching TV, and I'm on the computer.
Yeah.
And I'm working because it's just, I don't know, you become so passionate. It's almost like, I don't want to say like an addiction, but you love what you do, and you want to continue to see it grow because...
So you cannot just sit down and
relax.
Right. Because you have this vision in your head, and so you won't stop till you see everything in your head, you know, come to reality. So,
and that is the formula, right? That
really is the formula. But it is. I mean, yo he llorado. Yo a veces, yo te soy honesto. A veces yo digo, yo no puedo, porque no, de verdad, porque es tanto. But I love it.
So
I love it.
¿Cómo tú ves entonces de aquí a unos años? What do you see happening with Freaking Rican?
Pues varios locales. I always said I wanted a place in Miami, a place in Puerto Rico, and I mean, we already have a place in New York in Astoria. I would definitely love to have another one in New York, and then perhaps franchise it.
Vaya.
Yeah.
Y la salsa y los sazones y esa cosa. Is that a thing
someday I would love to maybe commercialize it. If not, then once it becomes a franchise, just sell it at every franchise. So we will have a little bodeguita within each restaurant that would have all of the spices in the restaurant.
Porque una de las cosas que yo puedo pensar que coge mucho tiempo, por ejemplo, hacer comida boricua con el sazón correcto y eso. So maybe like a kid that, you know, hey, arroz guisado, kids.
Right.
All you need to do is add the chicken or whatever.
Yeah.
And then, you know, that's ready for the public.
I mean, that right now is really popular.
Yeah.
That right now is very popular.
¿Cuál es el plato más rápido que tú puedes hacer? ¿Cuál es el plato más rápido que tú puedes hacer?
I mean, mofongo. Mofongo is so easy. Mofongo con camarones.
Why is it so...
Un bistec.
I don't know if you find it, you know, si tú opinas igual que yo, pero why is it so difficult to find a great mofongo? Is there a thing that other people don't do?
I mean, the mofongos that I've had have been horrible because they're too mushy. We don't put chicharrón in the mofongo unless you ask for it because a lot of people now aren't eating pork.
Assholes. Don't trust those people.
An amazing mofongo, you want to cut the plátano. Some of them you want to cut smaller, and other ones you want to cut larger. So that way, when you fry them, the larger parts have the mushiness, and the shorter parts have the crunch.
The crunchiness.
So
that's
then,
the key.
Cuando tú lo pones en el pilón, you know, and you beat it up, you're gonna have crunchy and soft.
Sí, porque I guess the perfect mofongo is a mix of both.
You gotta have that crunch.
Yeah.
If you don't have the crunch, well, I mean, it's not a mofongo.
Yeah.
You know?
So I guess
y obvio el ajo, you know, un poco de mantequilla. We make a mojo sauce with cilantro, peppers, onions, garlic, in oil, and I mean, it's our
His stomach is genuinely
el
talking.
mofongo y el trifongo is.
¿Qué es eso?
I love. My favorite is el trifongo.
What the heck is a trifongo? I've
El
never heard of
trifongo
that.
es madurito, yuca y plátano.
Wow.
So you have the little saltiness and a little sweetness. Oh my God, it's so good.
Talking about sweetness, and you did something really sweet and cool when after Hurricane Maria.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You guys flew down there to cook for people?
Well, not you guys. I did by myself because you
wow.
know, my husband couldn't go, I really wanted to
I'm sorry,
go.
estoy cogiendo como una imagen de medio vago.
Yeah, no.
I'm sorry.
No.
Tipo viendo televisión y tú estás trabajando. Fuiste a Puerto Rico a cocinar a la gente. El tipo, no, que no puedo ir.
No, you know what it is?
Hermano, no.
No, bendito, oh my God, he hears this, he would kill you. No. No, él no es vago. No, because honestly, if you know me, yo odio a la gente vaga.
Yeah,
like
okay.
I don't like freeloaders. I don't like beggars. I like hard workers.
Okay.
Like yo ayudo a cualquiera después que se ayude.
Vaya.
So de gente vaga, yo no quiero saber.
That's
I
good.
don't like it.
That's good.
But yeah, after.
So fuiste entonces tú
Sí.
fuiste solito?
Sí, me fui solito.
How do you do that? How
we
do you-
did, well, nothing. We did a GoFundMe page.
Yeah.
And I think we made like nothing, like $4,000. I said whatever we would make, I would match it, you know?
Oh, that's
and nothing, just booked a flight out there. I went to Home Depot. I bought all these supplies. I went to, what's that place over there?
Ferretería.
Not Walmart, the other big place. It's
Kmart.
like Costco. It's algo así.
Sí, yeah,
Something like that, whatever. Y
El frigorífico.
hice una compra como de 2 coches. I mean, I made all these bags. Fui con mi prima a las montañas de Añasco. Different towns that were still,
que sabía
you know,
que necesitaba.
hurting. Yeah.
Sí, porque
And-
I was going to ask you, how do you know where to set up? Where your help would be most appreciated?
I forgot who I had called. I looked up. This was a while back, so I actually forgot. But I know that there was like a list.
Uh-huh.
I looked into this list, and it had like the different, like por decirlo, los diferentes pueblos, and who was needing this, who was needing that,
okay.
and so I would call. And then I know that I met up with this in this one place. I met up with this individual that worked for the organization, and he actually took me to like the hill, you know, and told me like, okay, this is like you could go here. This is safe, but don't go all the way up there because I only had like 50. Every time I went, I only had like 50 bags, and there's like.
Claro.
You know, hundreds of people that need, so don't go up there, you know? And basically, that's what I did. Galones de agua, you know, bags of, like, everyday necessities. In Añasco, I found this business. They were running on a generator. So, yo le dije, por favor, si no hay, you know, si puedo, you know, can I use your kitchen y cocinar para la comunidad?
That's cool.
And they were like, yeah, you know. So, ahí en la cocina, I got all the groceries.
Wow.
Se me olvidó lo que hice, obvio, arroz con gandules, pollo,
Nice.
set out these tables. I put a big banner of the freaking Rican in un árbol.
Yeah, that's cool.
I never did anything like this.
No, but that's awesome because it seems to me like naturally, without thinking about it, giving back is part of your nature.
You know what it is? Es que mucha gente a veces ven las cosas, por decir, en la televisión y se sienten como no pueden hacer nada, pero por el miedo. Because honestly, I'm not going to lie to you.
Claro.
I was a little afraid, but I was more moved than afraid. So I knew, like, esta es mi patria. Like, I gotta do something. I can't just stay home. Like, I gotta do something.
Claro. Y no es fácil, porque tú lo hiciste.
It felt amazing. And
allá-
I did it alone.
Y exacto, que allá conseguiste gente allá que te ayudaba y eso, pero you actually made the decision alone. You didn't know if you were going to find anybody.
Cuando yo me fui de Puerto Rico and I looked at all that, like, even now, like, I get the chills, like, yo lloré porque me sentí como ser humano, me sentí tan bien, you know, that it was
Cool.
Oh, an overwhelming feeling.
Your YouTube channel tiene ya como cerca de 500,000 de gente o algo así, right? I mean,
No, I wish. No,
Altogether.
de views nosotros tenemos como casi 4 millones de views, pero
Are you making,
de
are they paying?
seguidores tenemos como 70,000. Yeah, almost, 70,000.
That's good.
Yeah, you make a couple dollars out of that. That's little extra pocket change.
Pero the good thing is that YouTube has this como fórmula que no te fallan. I mean, once you have, qué sé yo, once you get 5,000, you get
tú
10,000
sigues
easier.
creciendo. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think the key is with YouTube is content.
Vaya.
So right now, I can have so many more followers, so many more views, but no tengo el tiempo.
Vaya.
Porque cuando tengo el tiempo, quiero vivir. Quiero disfrutar. No, es que, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Claro,
I
claro.
mean, I am a business owner, but I am human.
Sí,
And-
claro, because if you were just a YouTuber, that would be no problem.
Right, no.
Pero tú
no,
estás
no,
en
no.
tu negocio que te coge todo el tiempo, tu
Hacemos
vida
tantas
personal.
cosas.
And on top of
Hacemos
that,
tantas
yeah.
cosas.
Yeah.
Hacemos ahora, August 31st, we're doing our 3rd annual yacht party. So that is something 3 years in a row. Every year we sell out. The first year we did 400 people, sold out. I was nervous as hell because, you go and rent a boat and you don't know what to expect.
Claro.
We sold out the second year,
Nice.
600 people. We sold out again. Now we're doing it for the 3rd year. So we do so much. And I mean, you got to take a little time off.
Claro,
too,
definitivamente. Un poquito de coger el aire un poco.
Y hasta
uno.
hacemos paranda. Pues,
Paranda también.
Yeah. But I mean, it's everything for the
Con el
community.
trae el asopado también.
It's for the community porque, I mean, ahora en los días que estamos viviendo en unos días que la vida es como tan seria y a veces no hay tanta comunidad como, like when I was a kid, like you heard parandas in the Bronx. I think they still go on, but like you lose that.
Sí.
Christmas time, everyone got together and made pasteles,
Sí.
Everybody cooked together. Now
Cada
the
día
world
menos.
is a different place. So a lot of the generation that's coming up now, they don't know what none of that is. So
It's
when
such-
you do it, people appreciate it.
It's such weird times.
It's very weird times.
Hoy en día, because you would think que la gente está más liberada ahora, pero sin embargo, people even get offended with comedy y tanta división. Listen, antes, por ejemplo, and I'm sorry, I'm going to say it, before Trump, tú no oías noticia de que había un latino hablando español en una fila y un americano le salía diciendo, speak English. You hear these things
Yeah,
like since
yeah.
Trump won.
Yeah. I mean, I think I don't really like to get into politics, but I
Yeah,
think
but fuck that guy.
But I think honestly, I think it may sound crazy, but I say fuck all government because I feel the government is not doing us a favor. I feel we're modern slaves working our fucking asses off for someone else.
Yeah.
Because I mean, all of these politicians drive fancy cars. They're in the beautiful suits. They have a wife and 2 other women, all living off of what we work so hard for.
Yeah,
so
claro.
I don't believe in politics. I believe they give you, this is bad, this is worse, and this is worse. Which one do you choose? But they're all they're all the same. That's
Claro.
the way I
Yeah.
really feel. Pero
Y también y al mismo tiempo te das cuenta de it's still kind of the best system out there what we have here in America if you think about it.
I mean,
I don't believe in socialism.
I think it's just I don't think is the best system. I just think it's presented with ribbons and bows.
Well, everybody
So
wants to
it-
come here.
So yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I
Where-
just think
where is it better than here? Where?
Well, yeah. I mean, no. I agree with you. I agree with you there, but I don't know. It's just I just think, like you said, it's a tough world everywhere, and I feel like everything sooner or later comes trickling down. Doesn't matter where you're from.
Claro.
I mean, look at now. I mean, every place is hurting.
Yeah.
So when will it? When will it be us?
Lo que es importante es que por ejemplo, yo estaba diciendo anteriormente, yo no creo en college so much.
Ajá.
Because college ahora es sencillamente una deuda. Y el ejemplo que tú estás dando, most people that are successful nowadays is out of passion, not out of education. You know.
Mira, yo conozco tanta gente que han ido para escuela mitad de su vida.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you not to go to school because I encourage it, you know,
Claro.
because you should always have something.
Education.
Una base.
Right. Una base, and if this doesn't work out, you always have this.
Yeah.
So you always got to prepare yourself. But the last grade I completed was 8th grade. You know, I've been on my own since I was 15.
Wow.
I'm a business owner. I'm successful. And
So what
I'm debt
happened?
free.
¿Por qué pasó a esa edad? You were a teenager, right?
Just you
Just
know.
drop school.
Come on, tell me. How do you end up fending for yourself?
I was in the group home system. So I was in the group home system. I entered the group home system when I was 12 and a half. I turned 13 in a group home in the Bronx.
Wow.
In University Place. So I stood in that system till I was 15. At 15, I went into a group home on 23rd Street and 2nd Avenue called Gramercy. That was the first place as a young man that I was able to have some sense of freedom.
You know, Derek,
'Cause-
I think that's such an important part of your story.
Yeah,
That's deep.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
I mean, I suffered a lot, but I think in life, suffering either breaks you or makes you so much stronger. And it really made me so much stronger.
Wow.
So then after that, 15, I went into this group home where I was able to have freedom, go out, because mommy was so overprotective that
No te
we
dejaba
couldn't
salir.
go nowhere.
Yeah,
No, de
me
verdad,
too.
para el supermercado, y en el supermercado nosotros nos quedábamos ahí 2 horas. Y mami, oh my God, hay una línea que si esto, porque that was our, like...
La única manera de salir de la casa.
Yeah.
prácticamente.
So me and my sister would go to the supermarket. We knew everybody in the supermarket. A los 11 años yo empacaba bolsa, you know.
Te la buscaba.
Y yo le compraba a mami frames, whatever. You know, you're a kid, you know.
Claro.
All you want to do is like give to mommy or whatever. But... you know, whatever. I mean, 15, I finally got a little freedom that I never experienced. And a friend of mine took me to a gay bar. And I got to know everybody at that gay bar, started working. Ja, 15 years old, you know, the group home had a curfew. If you weren't in the building by, I forgot what time it was, like 11, or
Yeah.
they would lock you out.
That's not easy
So I
when
was
you work
being
at a bar.
locked out because I was
Working.
getting out of work at 4 in the morning.
Claro.
And I said, you know what?
Tuviste
I
que
gotta
independizarte,
leave.
yeah.
I gotta leave. And I went through it, you know, porque
Yeah.
imagínate, 15 años, pero look at me.
Claro.
That's bien.
Listen, if you have passion for something, you will be on the right path.
Porque el hecho
by
fue
following it.
que tú dejaste la educación, pero no te quedaste de brazo cruzado. Te
No,
fajaste a trabajar.
No, yo
What?
Que hay
siempre,
mucha gente que deja la educación.
toda mi vida yo he trabajado.
Claro.
Y no importa por la cantidad, pero la dignidad que yo siempre como ser humano ha tenido, no me importa si son $5, $10,
You earn
pero
it.
me lo gano.
Claro.
Sí.
No estoy por ahí
Very nice.
pidiéndole a nadie. Always, yo me la he buscado. Always.
Déjame hablarle a Leo. Tú ves, cabrón, que no todos vivimos en sección 8. No todos estamos en sección 8, ¿oíste?
yo no tengo-
No todos estamos en sección 8 ni welfare,
Yo
cabrón.
No, yo no tengo sesión 8.
Está bien, pero que siempre está diciendo a nosotros los boricuas. estamos-
Oh, por eso era.
Cabrón.
No.
No, para explicarle, tú ves. Tú ves.
Ya,
Ok,
ya
está.
mi hijo en sección 8,
De
ya
cabrón, porque todo
casi
sesión.
no hay.
Boricua, sesión 8. Coño, hermano.
No.
Ok, pero por eso, porque ustedes están acá, ustedes trabajan. Todos los otros boricuas son los que están haciendo 8.
Tú ves lo que tú ves. Óyeme, Derek, congratulations, man, y te deseamos
Ay, thank
mucho
you,
éxito.
papi.
Very proud
Thank
of you.
Thank you,
And,
thank
y aquí estamos al habla en Esta es tu casa.
Thank you so much.
Y mucho éxito, chef, really.
Thank you.
All right. Señoras y señores, The Freaking Rican, y búsquenlo en YouTube también para que vea la fabulosa
Exacto.
receta y aprenda a cocinar easy.
Yep.
El show de Luis Jiménez.